For the small college town of Blacksburg, Virginia, April 16th is a time for grieving and mourning for some. However, with events like 3.2 for 32 and other charity events going on during this day, it's become a time of healing. One group of students is making an effort to use art to also heal the community of Blacksburg, Virginia. I talked to Veronica Javier about her event called Contrast, Healing Through Art.
Calling it healing through art is something that I wanted to do because by being able to see the contrast between everyone's different art and seeing all the different ways that people express themselves, it's easier to see that when you put it all in a space like this, it's all incredibly different, but you appreciate all of it. And it's supposed to translate into to appreciate how people are different and appreciate how we express ourselves differently. And because it's the anniversary of the massacre, it's kind of like art has a very healing property. Like art is, in my opinion, supposed to invoke some type of feeling or some type of emotion. Like when the artist makes something, they're expunging something out of their soul that they have to create. And because they do that, people like art because they find points of familiarity within themselves. And to be able to show people all this talent and all this amazing work, I was hoping that it would touch someone in an emotional way and they could maybe build a connection like that. And also because I feel like there's a lot of like appropriate remembering happening, but I also want to create something that can be continued on in the future that's going to be like a really good vibe and like something that people look forward to. So it's not just a day of remembrance, but it's a day of like, okay, let's go see what everyone is out there putting in the world.
Here's what Alex Newman had to say about the idea of healing through art.
That what that date means to our community here in Blacksburg, I feel like, especially almost a decade removed from that tragedy of that day, I feel like it's good to focus on positivity and allow people to kind of, cultivate that communal vibe. And I think that was one of my initial thoughts when I came up with the idea to have that with the performance was give people a platform in the community, in the local community, a platform to express not only their personal art, but enjoy others' art and other people's way of expressing themselves. And again, that all goes back into shifting the focus onto a positive, celebratory vibe.
Javier's event could not have been completed without the help of local artists in the area. Here's what Danny Darnell had to say about this event.
The exhibit this past weekend, Contrast, Healing Through Art, was, I believe, a good thing for Blacksburg and also a much-needed thing. It brought artists together that probably normally wouldn't be together, and it also brought other people who normally wouldn't even experience art on a daily basis, which is what I believe Blacksburg should have more of, which is more interaction with art.
Reporting out, Dylan Holiday.